On the week of the birth of the most important country in the world, the United
Wolf.
States, we are seeing the launch of a new Captain America volume to be written by Chip Zdarsky with art
The
by
most
Valerio Schiti.
the most important Canadian in the world.
Followed by a very important Italian.
Yes, indeed. And Cale is the most important American not in America on this podcast.
Yeah, you know what? I'll take that.
There you go. That plus a slew of other interesting books mark what is an otherwise, quite frankly, not that compelling way to start off July. I feel like the comics industry put all of everything they had into the last week of June and didn't leave a whole lot for the first week of July. But that doesn't mean we're not going to do a deep dive into this week's books, and it certainly doesn't mean we're not going to review some comics on Thursday night at 6 p.m. Eastern on Pals Pulse. So let you know what we're going to be talking about on Pals Pulse and how this week might be slightly different from the traditional week around here. So we're definitely going to be talking about Captain America, number one. We're going to be talking about X-Men Hellfire Gala Vigil, number one, which I am very excited about. We're going to be talking about Absolute Green Lantern, number 4. Rounding out our books is Amazing Spider-Man, number 7. But that's only 4 comics. We need you guys to vote in the poll this week to determine not just one book that's going to be added to the docket, but 2 books. So that's a lot of responsibility. Hopefully you guys will live up to it by getting out and voting. But for the 3 of us, what do you guys think will be your pick of the week?
Easy. Spider-Man. Always is. With this docket, Spider-Man.
Interesting. Wow. I'm kind of looking forward to Captain America, actually. I feel like Chip's Batman run mm, got weird and got maligned, and it was very up and down. But I think that Captain America can be a bit more across the plate. I feel like he can hit a home run on that, especially in the climate we're in now.
I'm with you. Captain America's my pick. I think Chip Zdarsky's time on Batman isn't reflective of the totality of what he is as a writer. And I have largely enjoyed what Chip has done from a writing standpoint. Valerio Schiti is one of the top Marvel artists. I see no reason not to be hyped for this.
Yeah. Because we've seen glimpses of his Captain America in that Avengers book that he did.
Oh,
Twilight.
yes, Avengers Twilight. That was incredible, I thought.
Yeah. So I think that'll be fun.
Yo, if I wasn't sure of myself before, I certainly am now. I think that was the best written Cap stuff we've gotten in many years.
A while.
Yeah. Cool. I'm looking forward to that. Make sure you guys cast your vote. YouTube.com/The Comics Pals under the post tab. We need you guys to get on it. Make this the most voted in poll ever so that we can determine what 2 books are going to make the docket. And to tell you your options, because you got to know what you're voting for before you can't just show up to the polls and not know what you're voting for, right? So here are the 4 options that you have in our poll to vote for. So Resurrection Man, Quantum Karma, that's going to be dropping. Bring on the Bad Guys, Green Goblin number 1, Gotham City Sirens, Unfit for Orbit number 1, and sweeping up the competition right now is Ultimate Wolverine number 7.
Wow.
Landslide right now.
Yeah.
I get it.
It's good stuff. I think.
So
I love it.
currently, as it stands right now, that means that we will do Ultimate Wolverine number 7 and Resurrection Man Quantum Karma number 4 on the show. But that could change.
Don't.
Y'all Leah Williams fans out there could go buck wild. And to be honest, I hope you do.
I already cast my vote, and my vote went right towards Gotham City Sirens. So hopefully that does a little bit better in the poll, but we'll wait and see. We'll have to see. Now,
Easily.
Easily what?
I was going to say easily Resurrection Man. Please.
You're getting your way as it stands. We'll see how things go. Now, we told you that this is a bit of a weaker week for comics than typical, but that doesn't mean there aren't things to be excited about, because I think all the books we've already discussed are exciting, and there are a few gems that are dropping this week. So why don't we turn things over to leagueofcomicgeeks.com and talk about some of those exciting books. And I'll kick us off because I'm hot out the gate. Immortal Thor number 25 is coming out, and this is the end of this piece of Al Ewing's epic Thor story. Thor's going to die, allegedly, in this issue. And yes, we already know that Thor number 1 will be dropping later this year. We know that. But how is Thor going to bite it? This is where we will find out. And to tell this story, he's being joined by regular series artist Jan Balzaldua, but also the artist who I believe is behind the relaunch, Pascal Ferry, and Justin Greenwood, with colors by Matt Hollingsworth and Romulo Fajardo Jr. That's a hot creative team.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow.
Can't wait.
Let's see that god die.
We will.
I'll go next with JSA number 9. I've been thoroughly enjoying this series. I think what we've been building up to with all of the interactions between all of our characters, the art's been on fire. Like this is some of the most fun I've had, and I'm a big fan of the JSA, a newer convert, I guess, but this has been superbly entertaining. So always packed with good thrills, good action, good drama.
Yeah.
For me, I'm gonna come out with Batgirl number 9. Longtime fan of Cassandra Cain. And I really enjoyed the first. I think what did we do? The first issue on the show,
At least, yeah.
Which is a big, mother daughter concept or whatever. Lady Shiva is Cassandra Cain's mother. Love that. Here for it. But now on the cover of this, Batgirl must die. So Thor's not the only immortal. Go and bite it. She's on the run from 3 deadly warriors from the League of Shadows. I'm fucking in. I love this stuff. And the thing that I want to call out very specifically is I think it's been a long time now, but I think on this cover, the mask that's facing us just under Batgirl is the bat mask that Bruce Wayne had to wear to prove himself as Batman way back in Nightfall.
Wow.
So he went and retrained and did his ninja training and stuff with that mask, I think, and had to test himself against Lady Shiva.
That's pretty cool.
So I'm here for this. This is Tate Bromble on the writing, Takeshi Miyazawa on the art, and Mike Spicer on the colors.
Hell yeah.
It's a hot creative team. Now, I have not cared about any of the Godzilla versus books thus far. I have not checked any of them out. But this week, we're getting the last one of the one-shot pieces. and it's Godzilla versus Thor. So Godzilla's dying and facing, or Thor's dying and facing Godzilla in the same week. Maybe he's dying because he's facing Godzilla. Either way, this is being written by Jason Aaron, making his return to Thor alongside Aaron Cooter, Jesus Aburtov. That's a pretty strong creative team. And I might have to dip into this one because I really love Jason Aaron's time on Thor.
Who God's duking it out too, man.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
You've been missing out. These have been fun. The Hulk one was good. The X-Men one was good. Cool beats. And I just love Godzilla, dude.
Did you check out the Avengers one that just dropped?
I think I have it, but I haven't touched that one yet.
I nearly bought it, but I had to turn away. My stack, you guys listen to Pal's Pulls, my stack was huge. I had to turn that down. There it is.
Yeah, I have it, but I haven't read it yet.
Look at those costumes. Oh my God.
Man,
Cap looks sick right there. Oh man. Iron Man. Woo. That's my era, baby. Love it.
It's on the to read pile right here.
I might have to get that.
Hey, speaking of my era, Power Rangers Prime is out this week, and the VR Troopers have just come out with their number one last week. But this week in Power Rangers Prime number 8, the Power Rangers and the VR Troopers are making deals. They're trying to get the Red Ranger Lauren, who's from, I think she's from a different dimension, I think is how that goes. If you remember, the VR Troopers are the police of this world. Look, I'm here for this. VR Troopers. I can't believe we're in a VR Troopers renaissance.
Who would have thought? The year of our Lord 2025.
Are you thinking? Go ahead, sorry.
Melissa Flores, Michael Yeague, and Fabi Marquez on the colors.
Are you going to get around to reading the VR Troopers, or are you not really interested in that series?
I think I probably will. You didn't exactly have a reading endorsement, and that was what I was worried about. But I'll probably still do it.
It wasn't horrible. I think the quality of Power Rangers Prime is higher as a series.
Yeah.
Even comparing first issue to first issue, I found myself having to like reorient the fact that the VR Troopers exist in the same like realm as the Power Rangers, which is a little jarring. I just felt like it was very paint by numbers. But you may have a good time with it. So,
and the rest of the series may have more to do.
Yeah, for sure.
I was gonna shout out Sisterhood. This is a Hyde Street story, so continuing the theme of one-offs and things that kind of come about from the world of Hyde Street. Don't know what this one's about, but I've been loving the series, and so I'm very much a fan of wanting to see what else they have to say within this universe.
I totally forgot this was a thing. I am hyped for this. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is Maytal Jut. She wrote the
The Wedding? No, what was it?
No, it was Devour.
Yeah.
Devour. Yep. And Layla Lays, I believe, was on art for that as well. So that's really cool that they're doing this. I will definitely be buying this. Yeah. Now, Wolverines and Deadpool's number 1 is dropping. Not Wolverine and Deadpool. Don't be confused. That is a book that exists. This is Wolverines and Deadpools, plural. So Wolverine, James Howlett, Logan, whatever you want to call him, and Laura Kinney teaming up with Wade Wilson and whatever the hell his daughter is named. Oh, Ellie Camacho. They're going to be teaming up. Now, this is the kind of comic that I typically have no time for. This is the most like cash grabby, what feels to me like cash grabby book ever. But it does have Cody Ziegler attached, who is quickly becoming one of my faves on the low. He's low key, but he's doing great work. So because this is a weaker week, I think I'm going to give this issue one a shot.
Yeah.
Might regret it.
With Deadpool, always worth a shot.
I feel the exact opposite.
What is this Marvel Zero? Because I was looking at that. Oh, it's like a combination of stuff. Free Comic Book Day. Never mind.
This is Marvel's way of cashing in on those of us who were unable to acquire our free comic book day issues. Not unlike my LCS, which is currently charging $4.99 for every single free comic book day issue.
That's
Ugh.
crazy.
Yep. So, very annoying. Are you guys looking forward to anything else that is dropping this week?
Honestly,
I
it's a pretty light
think
week.
that's all I got. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is not a very big week by any means. So if we're missing something, definitely leave it in the comments, because this is the kind of week where I can really like try stuff out, because a lot, like I don't know how many books I'm gonna actually end up buying, but as it stands, it's looking like it might even be the smallest pull list I've ever had. So if you guys want to add to that, leave it in the comments what you think I should pick up that we haven't talked about.
Let us know. Keep us posted.
And of course, tune in on Thursday for Pals Pulls at 6 p.m. Eastern to hear our thoughts about the books that made the docket and the 2 books that you guys are going to add to it through the poll. Thank you guys so much for listening. There's a whole week's worth of comics to look at and discuss and dissect. We will be doing that on Thursday. Hopefully, you guys will join us. Until then, take care.
Sean, I did want to call out my 2 Polis books. If we have a moment.
I literally just ended the show, but okay.
Should we just cut it?
No, I mean, go for it.
We didn't listen. I didn't seal the door.
You didn't.
So
I wanted to shout this out because this was an AWA collab, and I really enjoyed the books that they have. The first one was Mark Russell, with Polis that I read, art by Lacey, and then the second one, Danny Hogan and Felipe Cunha, with Lee Lowridge on letters. Forward by Andrew Yang.
What?
The whole premise of this Protopias series, they're just a collection of one shots, and they talk about near future, what we could potentially look for, and how looking at the trajectory of the world in a positive lens could produce good outcomes, even though they're still mixed with the same kind of baggage and issues that we have here in our normal world. So the Polis, the first one, Polis, is on about what happens if we were to move to like these islands that are manufactured. They reference projects that are already working on this, technologies that are already tapping into life at sea and the potential of creating these kinds of things. And so this imagines a future where that exists. And actually, the refugees are the people who exist on the land, because at this point, seas have risen where now there are people stranded in like Florida, in cities like New York, because the coast is gone. Wherever they once lived, it's now X miles deeper inland. And then the second one, which was really cool, was what happens if there was universal basic income, and now it's about creating ways to have, yes, AI has taken away jobs and robotics have taken away jobs, but now that there's a UBI and there is funding, how do you take people and through government collaboration try to find people their purpose in community and in tight knit communities to help enhance the lives of those you live around you, and all of them are backed with not only like concept art in some cases. I can find it, pull it up here, like concept art and construction in this case, but also they collaborate with just other writers and artists to create what is the potential for like other futures, And the goal is to showcase future artists and to showcase their visions of the future. So if anyone likes looking forward to the future, the cross section between technology, policy, and positivity, I'd recommend the Protopias collection for now. It's ongoing in that it will continue to come out from AWA. You just have to kind of keep your eye out for it, but I'll probably shout them out for any PALS previews moving forward.
There's a word for that genre of
Yeah.
science fiction, but I can't place it. It's like where it's like 5 minutes into the future or whatever.
I forgot. I know what you're talking about. It's like optimistic stuff and like light something that has to do with plants or some shit. I forget. At any rate, I enjoy it. Sorry, we can end now.
See you next week.